So what do you think of the Petersen? First time here.
First time. I want to come back and see your car.
Oh, I can't wait. I love the way you think.
Got bunnies in the backseat, leaning on the backbeat, throwing up the Escudo. We driving like it's stolen, nothing like a snowman with the California glow.
One of the coolest things about living in LA is the accessibility to getting inspired and also seeing really cool things. So at the Petersen Automotive Museum, there happens to be a lowrider exhibit called The Best in Low. I'm gonna take Humberto to see this show because there's one very key iconic 64 Impala called the Gypsy Rose that I want him to see.
Wow.
Isn't it? It was so cool.
Yeah.
Just like, how did they do all the little squiggle?
And that's hand painted?
Yeah, this whole thing is hand painted. Yeah, that's what's so... Yeah, all these little lines. Look, you can tell it's a paintbrush because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So like they have to have such a
They
steady
did
hand.
the background first, and then they're painting it in the color, purple. Maybe airbrush?
Yeah,
Because you can see
the
still
tattooing, it's like, yep.
the high color, the gradient, right?
The opacity changes.
And then at the end, they just did the black outline.
All of these, I'm not redoing any of the interior right now.
What color is it? Is
It's
it
all
leather or
black.
fabric?
So it's all black and the seats are leather.
Okay.
But these are actually not soft. So the instrument panel and all this stuff up here is actually hard. You'll see it when you get there. And look how big this steering wheel is. So one of the things actually I was debating is whether I keep my original steering wheel like size or do I make it? Because a lot of people put a smaller steering wheel in it, but I kind of like the big, yeah. For cruising, it seems kind of fun. And my roof, so you see how they have this? I'm gonna do silver leather, metallic silver leather. It's gonna be wrapped the whole roof. So it's gonna look like a disco ball inside there.
So I will have chrome too, but all these with the font are gonna be copper. So it's gonna be two-tone. So it'll have bright chrome with like copper accents in there. So it'll be we're like mixing metals, so it'll be kind of a nice little contrast.
Fire! Man, that's hot. Yeah, that's hot. Oh man, that's hot. So fire that you just can't touch it. Fire! Bam, that's hot. Oh yeah, that's hot.
Okay, now that we've left the Petersen, I feel like Humberto is very inspired. I mean, really, I picked him because his art really represents me, my personality. It's so colorful, but I think now he really got to see all the detail. And one of the most beautiful things that I think is blossoming from this entire thing is our friendship. We're really getting to know each other, and that's the most magical thing. So, now that Humberto is off and going, his imagination is running, it is time to have a check-in with Eric because I'm stressed about the body color. I need this to be perfect. So let's check in with him. The color is pretty, the hue is pretty, but I definitely think it needs to go more saturated. This one, this is not a great sample. Tons of orange peel, so I think we'll take that one aside. Okay, we gotta throw these two aside. Okay, so I think we go from this one because you're actually kind of closer. See how much lighter that pearl moved the color? I want to see the color more. It's just too pastel still. It needs to be like much, much more saturated. So I think we gotta be in between here. I would love to go review this also outside in the sunlight, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, we're gonna move outside. So I need the vivid of the color to come out more. I don't mind the flake in these. So it's kind of pretty because it has like a diamondy kind of, okay, I really love the pearl. Don't change that.
Okay.
But we got to get the color right.
Okay, that's doable. The difference between these is that this is a tri-stage,
okay.
and this is just a two-stage.
Okay.
So that's gonna be very doable without going too gray because it goes going gray because the pearl is added in base coat that's graying things out. So
Dulling, it's like topping it off. It's taking off that vibrancy. Okay, so, but I mean, where we are is the color, we gotta move still.
Okay.
It's still way too dull, not like, I really want this thing to feel more like saturated. You gotta move the saturation up like 200%. Like, it's gotta go much further. But where you are as far as the hue, it's not too pink and it's not too orange. So I think where you are in the hue is really nice. Now just literally up that saturation. And then find a middle ground of here in between that pearl. But I do like how that, is it glass that's in there?
yeah.
I like that glass because it is blingy. And I think when that's on the side, it's gonna look good.
The dawn, yeah, it's on, every wrong, feeling right, like pouring gasoline on some dynamite. Watching Mercury rise, put that thunderstorm in the sky. This fever gonna slap you the side of the face. Think it's a cool chasing lost, so you ain't ready for that.